Welcome to the deep dive. We get straight to what you need to know. Today, we're tackling something really crucial. It's that tricky balance, isn't it, between national security and, well, the basic right to protest, our mission. To unpack this UN warning to the UK, it's about potentially misusing terrorism laws, specifically thinking about banning the activist group Palestine Action. What's really at stake for civil liberties here, and importantly for you?
It is a complex one, definitely. I'm ready to get into the details.
Okay, let's peel that first layer back. The UK's Terrorism Act 2000, that's central here. How exactly is it being applied or threatened against Palestine Action?
Right. So the act gives the Home Secretary the power to proscribe, that's the legal term, for banning organizations if they're deemed to be involved in terrorism. This isn't trivial. It makes membership illegal, supporting them illegal. Big penalties. And the government's proposed using this power against Palestine Action. The argument rests on their direct actions.
What kind of actions are we talking about?
Things like occupying the offices of defense companies, ones that supply arms to Israel, and property damage, vandalism at those sites.
But property damage, that's illegal, obviously, but terrorism. Is the argument about their intent or maybe the scale of disruption?
That's precisely the nub of it. Yeah. For an act to be terrorism under UK law, it generally needs violence or serious damage, plus the intent to influence government or intimidate the public for a political, religious, or ideological cause.
Yeah.
So that intent piece,
Yeah.
it's absolutely key. And that's where the debate is, legally and publicly, around Palestine Action's activities.
Okay. And this isn't just a UK issue, is it? What's the international view? How does international law see these kinds of actions, and what are the wider implications if this ban happens?
Well, what's really interesting is that international law is quite clear on the right to protest. Now, damaging property is illegal. Yes, you can be prosecuted for that, but it's not automatically labeled terrorism. And the UN, they voiced pretty significant concern. They worry the UK's move could set a dangerous international precedent.
A precedent? Like where else?
They've mentioned places like Turkey, for instance, where anti-terror laws have been used very broadly, arguably to clamp down on political dissent. That's drawn global criticism.
Wow. So the UN's basically saying the UK could be heading down a similar path, risking its reputation by using these laws maybe too broadly.
That's certainly the implication of the warning, yes. It's a serious point they're making.
So how is this playing out in the UK? What's the reaction been domestically? Any pushback?
Oh, absolutely. There's been quite a lot of domestic pushback. You've got legal experts weighing in, human rights groups, even public figures. I think actress Juliet Stevenson spoke out, highlighting the risk to civil liberties. And Palestine Action themselves, well, they're not just accepting it. They've launched a legal challenge against the proposed ban.
A legal challenge, okay. On what grounds?
They're arguing it infringes their fundamental rights, the right to protest, freedom of expression. They're basically saying this goes way beyond just their group.
Right. So let's think bigger picture then. If this ban does go ahead, what are the broader consequences? Why should someone listening right now who maybe isn't an activist, why should you care about this particular deep dive?
That's a really important question. Because if this happens, it could potentially have a chilling effect on all sorts of legitimate protest, not just Palestine Action. It's not just about fearing arrest during a protest. It's deeper. If a group is proscribed, banks might shut their accounts. Online platforms might remove their content. Even someone sharing their posts online could, theoretically, face legal issues.
So it kind of strangles their ability to even operate or have a voice.
Exactly. That's the real chill. It makes organizing, communicating, just existing as a group incredibly difficult. And internationally, it risks undermining the UK's standing on human rights. The government really has to be careful here, ensuring anti-terror laws tackle actual terrorism without, shutting down vital rights like protest and free expression.
It's clearly a really complex situation. Huge implications for civil liberties and maybe the whole future of protest in democracies like the UK.
Absolutely. It comes back to that fundamental balance, doesn't it? How do you protect society from genuine threats while also protecting the essential freedoms that actually define that society? It's something we all need to keep thinking about.
Indeed. A crucial question. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive today. We really hope you'll stay informed and engaged on these issues that shape our fundamental rights. Until next time.